I mean, where the fuck should I really even start?
Hey, Lonnie.
Hey,
Okay,
Holly.
so we're back again. This episode, we've got your top realtor side hustles, and it's going to be short and sweet. So here we go. So 2025 was pretty awful year for realtors. In fact, it was the worst year in a decade. Record-breaking low transaction count. So per capita for anyway, terrible year. So here we are, 2026. We're all hopeful that this year is going to be way better than the last. But a lot of realtors are hurting and maybe looking for some side hustles and some quick money coming in while they prospect and get those deals closed. So
Yes.
agents need real income streams now. So not content creation, not manifesting and woo-woo stuff, not waiting for the market. Today's episode covers real, immediate money-making side hustles. So let's hit it, Alana.
Yes. So I'm excited about this episode again because we're touching on pain points for people, right? And realtors. And even if you are having a successful year, but maybe there is a slump in your busier months and your slower months, this could balance out your income stream. So coming in at number one, we have a notary. And this can bring in $75 to $150 a signing, which is pretty great. You can get your certification in as little as 2 weeks, and the cost, depending on state, could be between $120 and $300. So it's quick. It's low entry level cost to start doing it. And on top of that, you can start making money immediately. And I know in the state of Florida, we actually have a need for mobile notary. So I believe with the mobile notary, we pay $175, $180 for the mobile notary. So we get a premium for the mobile notary. And majority of the time, I'm with the mobile notary for maybe 30 or 45 minutes. So to be making, $75 to, $180 for a half an hour of your time, seems pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one. That's pretty low entry cost. And yeah, we always need notaries. I mean, so many closings are done remotely. So having that mobile notary is essential. Okay, what's our second one?
Yeah, so a showing assistant. For showing assistants, you can get paid anywhere from $30 to $50 an hour to show properties for agents. Maybe they're busy agents that don't have time, or for me, sometimes I need a showing agent before I had a team when I would be out of town because I travel a lot. So it is very nice to know that I have somebody that I can pay because their time is valuable to go and open up doors for me when I am not available to do that. So another quick side hustle, $30 to $50, a showing per door. I normally schedule like 30 minutes. So if you do 3 showings in a day, you can make $120 to, $150 for a few hours of your time. So another great option. Coming in at number 3, I have transaction coordinating, which being a licensed agent, you can be even more valuable because you can write addendums. You can actually prepare listing agreements. You could actually even write contracts. So you definitely get paid more per file and transactions if you are licensed, which that's what we're talking about today. So we're talking like $300 to $600 per file. So, if you're doing 5 to 10 files a month, that could be an extra $1,500 to $6,000 a month in your pocket. And I have actually known some agents that they didn't like the front end of the job of being a realtor, what our tasks and our skills and our requirements are. So I've actually known people to open up their own transaction coordinating businesses because they like the more admin, the organization, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. So another great option if you're looking for kind of like what I like to call like now instant income. The next couple we're going to get into can be a little bit more lucrative, but you have a little bit more time building with these. One of them is property management, and I will just put a little disclaimer in there. You'll probably want to check that with the brokerage you hang your license with, if you are able to do property management on the side. So, but mainly you can make like 8 to 12% of the monthly rent. So if you're doing property management for, say you get up to 10 to 20 doors, that could be an extra $2,000 to $6,000 a month of income doing property management. So pretty cool.
Of course, the short-term rental.
I'm sorry, when you're doing property management, it also normally leads to business, right? Like you're working with the owners, or you're getting the person that's checking in to an Airbnb or a rental. Maybe they want to buy, or maybe you've been managing the owner's property and now they're kind of tired of being in that space and they want to sell. So a long-term play on the property management aspect is actual transactions from, if you build a good rapport with the landlords or the leasees.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
And for short-term rental management, your property management fee is typically 20 to 30% of the gross.
Right, if you're doing short-term rental co-hosting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So have you ever thought about doing that, Alana?
No. Linda does it. My mother-in-law does property management, and she really enjoys it. And she does get so much business from meeting people that want to move to the area, because we live in a beautiful touristy area where people want to buy second homes or investment properties. And right now there's actually a lot of people that want to get out. So she just listed, I think, $2 million plus properties from people that she's worked with. So she is very busy. Nothing personally with that avenue, just for my life and the bandwidth that I have right now. Property management isn't something that I would want to get into.
Yeah, I've heard kind of mixed bag on that. Like some people have been able to build. Personally, I've seen it work better when that's almost their main focus, and then
Yes.
the real estate transactions become like an ancillary to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a lot of work, and the profit margins, I'm not sure, but I've thought about it because I already have all the systems set up for the short-term rental, and a lot of it's pretty automated. But I'm kind of with you, is like, but my bandwidth, do I have the bandwidth? I don't know to add that stress. But anyway, okay, so what's number 5?
Okay, so we're getting into, again, this is more of a little equity, long-term financial independence play, but just real estate investing, right? If you're going to invest in short-term rentals, if you're going to invest in buy and holds or fix and flips, it can be very, very lucrative over time. So, you're talking about maybe $1,000 per month per door, or, if you're looking at a flip, maybe you can flip a property and make 30, 40 grand in, 4 to 6 months. So that is another way of, making income. Again, it is a little bit more of a long-term play. Another great one is wholesaling, right? I mean, when we're talking with people right now, a lot of people are hurting, people that bought in different markets. Maybe if you can get with a hard money lender, or you just have some additional equity, maybe you could offer to buy a property at a wholesale price, let the homeowners live in it for an extra month or so they can take out their money to go purchase something else, or potentially go rent, depending on what, their personal situation is. Or, you turn a profit with the just wholesaling a contract, right? For me, as a realtor, I know everybody doesn't agree with this, so take with it what you will. Wholesaling for me, I don't know, that kind of blurs the ethical line as far as like our ethical responsibilities as realtors. Um, you know, so I would tread lightly with that. But again, to each their own. Everybody's risk meter on what they want to do is differently. But wholesaling is another great way to make additional money. And that's actually even quicker than if you were going to do, a short-term rental or a fix and flip or a buy and hold.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of with you. But wholesaling, I think as long as the realtor is very clear about the different courses of action that they have, the different options that they have, and they're like really clear and delineating, like, here's what will happen if we list it. Here's a potential timeline. Here's a potential for wholesaling. This is what this means. This is, if they're like super clear, I think it's fine, because ultimately it is the seller's choice. We can't force them to take the best. We can't decide for them what's the best route. Like, they're the only ones that get to choose that. So to me, it's like, it's just one other option.
Oh, I agree. And, with us being at Epic, we have so many modern tools and different solutions for homeowners. I think when presenting it, I would want to have a piece of paper that is initialed at the end of them, that it was very clearly laid out, that I've presented you all of these options, and this is the one that you decided. Because I think a lot of people, especially when they're in a distressed state, can have short-term memory loss.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't want anybody to get caught up in any sort of like liability or get in any trouble for, not making sure that they're protecting themselves. Because as much as we want to do what's right by the client, again, when people are in distressed situations, they're not always thinking clearly. And so you just want to make sure that you have it written down in black and white. So not only you're protecting the client, that it's very clear for them, but you also have some protection for yourself as well.
Mm-hmm. And is this the next one? Is the last one?
Yes. So
okay, hold on.
You're getting so fancy. Okay, the last one. This is kind of like a long-term compounding stream of income, right? So this income, it compounds over time, right? So basically this is rev share agent attraction. It's one of the things that we love about being Epic agents, because over time, and I can attest to this, in my first year of being with Epic through agent attraction, I made an additional $18,000 in income. So, I mean, that's huge. That is a side hustle in itself. And that was in my first year. So, the income realities with agent attraction, if you're using it effectively and not in a sleazy way, but in a true, authentic, hey, I like you, you like me, you're passionate about the company, I want to hear about it, let's vibe. Realistically, you can make about 5 to 25K a month, depending on, how rigorous you are with your attraction. And then the compounding part of it is, right? Because with Epic, we have 5 levels open immediately. So we have, in 3 to 5 years of agent attraction through building out your family tree, you can make 50K to 200K in 3 to 5 years over time, because it's not something you're building on your own, but you're building it as a family and as a unit. So again, this is long-term, but it is scalable, and this is truly residual income, and it's legacy income, because at Epic Realty, if anything were to happen to us, our rev share would then go down to our beneficiaries. So super, super excited. Love the rev share model. I've heard people even say that all real estate companies will eventually go to a rev share model. I don't know if that's true or not. I think that they should. And now that I have been with 2 rev share model companies, why would I ever go back? Because just in my first year making 18 grand, I think I'm just closing out my second year, so I'll have to see what that is, but I think that was closer to 25 grand. So this is right on play with, income realities when you add it to your business. So, you have anything to say about
rev share? That's awesome. And I'll try to link this to, if you guys want to learn more about like rev share versus profit sharing, kind of the more traditional model versus the more newer models like EXP, Real, and Epic, and so many others that are popping up, like what the difference is there. We've got another video for that. No, I love this. I'm going to just please like and subscribe here, folks. And
drop us a comment if you have any side hustles that you think other realtors should know and you want to share. Drop us a comment, interact with us. We'd love to get to go you guys a little bit more on a personal level. And yeah, short, sweet. I think that's all we have for this episode, friends.
Yeah, you said what I was going to say, and I totally lost my train of thought there. Trying to do my little fancy like and subscribe doohickey there. Okay.
Holly is also our producer.
Yes, and I'm hoping that the outro will also populate, so we'll see if that works. All right, everybody, have a great day, and thanks for chiming in. Bye.
That's today's rant, friends.
If you loved it, share it.
And if you hated it, share it anyways. See you next week.